Hello, welcome to a knit and chat. For those who don't know me, I'm Wendy. I'm in my late 30s. I'm a plus size knitter, crocheter, yarn craft person and attempting to learn how to sew. And I thought I would pop in sort of Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays for a little knit and chat and maybe some other stuff in between. We'll see what I've got the energy for. So before I start my little knit, I just want to show you the last time I spoke to you I had a couple of projects on the go and I finished a couple. So I finished a hat. This is for James's mum. It looks really tiny, but I had James try it on and it's not, and this is how she wanted it. This is what she asked for. So I didn't follow a pattern for this. This is just my own thing, I suppose. And then I've made a sweater vest for my daughter. Obviously I still need to weave in the ends. This is crocheted, and again, I've not used a pattern. This is just from my head. I've written it down. And I've written the hat down so I can do replicate it and see what it looks like. So those two I've finished. I finished those over the weekend and at the end of last week, like sort of Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm still working on James's dad's sweater. So I'm up to this point. I think the last time I spoke to you I was about here. So this is what I'm going to work on while I sit and chat. And I'm also working on another sweater vest, or vest, or whatever you want to call it, or tank top, for my son, who is Amelia's twin. He saw I'd made Amelia one and he wants one, but he wants it a bit bigger, so that's what I'm doing. And I think that's about it, if I can think. Yep. So I just thought I would pop on. It's been a few days since I've been on, and sit and chat and tell you about the couple of days. I hope you can hear me. I have the tumble dryer on and I've got a little bit of a sore throat, so I might be being a little bit quiet, and my glasses keep slipping down. I need to get them sorted. But yeah, so basically over the last sort of week we've had James's test results. So he had to have a biopsy on his vocal cords a couple of weeks ago and everything's come back all clear. He basically had a growth on his vocal cords and it's all come back all clear, everything's fine. He's just got to not overuse his voice because that is what has caused this nodule node thing to grow. And we're a very loud house, so we have to sometimes raise our voices to be heard because everyone's quite noisy and they all have their own things that they do that make noise as well. So I've said, well, we're going to have to find another system to get people's attention rather than raising our voices. So we're sort of figuring things out at the minute, or sort of encouraging the kids to listen to us when we talk. I mean, they do listen and everything, but sometimes when they're in the middle of playing or they're on their computer games or things like that, it's so loud they can't hear us when we try and speak to them. So we need to find a way that works that doesn't involve raising your voice, really, and not in a nasty way. It's not like we shout or scream at them or anything like that. It's more trying to be heard. You know, you've got the tumble dryer going, the washing machine going, the kettle going, the oven going, and then computer games going. It is loud. It's loud. Got 3 kids. It's not going to be quiet, is it? So we're trying to figure a way where we're not straining our voices just to be heard. And yeah, not a lot has really happened. I can't remember which day we went to James's mum and dad's for tea. Friday. We went on Friday and it was really nice. We had a cottage pie and it was Thursday, sorry, Thursday, because Friday we were supposed to go to Lego Club but we didn't. and Saturday we were supposed to go to craft club, but we didn't because the kids didn't ask to go this week. So we've just spent most of the weekend at home. I think the kids are still recovering from whatever virus we all had, and they've not had too much energy. They're back up and running now, but they've had a few days of where they've not had a lot of energy, and they've had a lot of rest. We've all had quite a bit of rest, which is good. It gave me enough energy today to get my bathroom deep cleaned and sorted, because we had some storage in the bathroom that was supposed to be in the shed, which has now been moved to the shed. And yeah, not really a lot to talk about. What did we watch? We watched Fantastic Four, the new one, and oh my goodness, Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts. Both Marvel films, and yeah, they were really good. I enjoyed them. I've also watched, over the last couple of days, I watched a film called Vera Drake. That was alright. And what was the other one? The Miracle Club. I enjoyed that. It had Maggie Smith in it, and I've always liked anything that she's in, so yeah, enjoyed that. And then I watched The Secret Scripture today, which was interesting. I'm sort of big on watching films at the minute. I'm trying to watch a few series, trying to watch The Witcher Wednesday, and there's another one and I can't think of what it is. No, it's gone. Brain fog. But I'm struggling to sit and watch series at the moment, so I'm enjoying films. I don't watch them all in one go because I just struggle to concentrate. I don't know why. I don't know if it's maybe I'm stressed or distracted, or maybe my anxiety's kicking in. I have no idea. I just can't sort of focus on an entire film or series. I'm having to break things up into little bits. It's been the same for reading this week, actually, come to think of it. I've done an hour here and there, but then it's sort of I can't take any more in. I don't know. Just take each day as it comes, don't you? It is how it is. And yeah, I also watched last week. I was speaking about Game of Wool. I enjoyed watching it, but there's been a lot of controversy, and I understand where it's coming from. I really do. I'm not an expert in knitting techniques or anything. Although I've been knitting most of my life, I still consider myself a beginner or an adventurous beginner. I'm yet to be brave enough to delve into other things, although I'd like to do some colour work and I'd like to do some cables and lace. I just lack self-confidence, I think, is probably the way to say it. Although I do like stockinette things. I like things that are just plain either garter or stockinette. I do enjoy that. I enjoy making that, and I enjoy what the finished garments look like, especially if I'm using sort of variegated yarn or lots of different like stripes and things. But yeah, I'd love to do some colour work, and I think I need to sort of learn about some of the different techniques and the different things, because there's so much that is just sort of waiting to be looked at, really. And I do love anything sort of knitted or crocheted, and I think I need to do some deep dives and actually go further into doing things instead of just knitting the same, not the same patterns over and over again, because it's not. I do follow different patterns, but I mean like just different things, because I love bright colours, I love patterns, I love things like that, and I need to stop being like, oh no, that's going to be too difficult for me, and just get over myself and do it. really. So I think that's definitely going to be an aim for next year. Branch out a bit more in what I'm making, what I'm knitting and everything, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see whether I'm brave enough or not, really. I think my biggest thing was my mosaic overlay crochet blanket this year, which I did really challenge myself. I'd never made anything like that before, so I can do it. I just need to find the patterns. I really want to make a Rosie sweater. That's one of the things I really would like to make, and it does go up into my size, which I'm really quite happy about. So that is on my list, and I really do want to make a Salty Days sweater. Again, that's on my list. So hopefully I'm brave enough over the winter and into next year to make these things. I keep looking for yarn or wool, and find, because I really would like a wool item. I knit in acrylic yarn mainly because of budget, no other reason than because of budget. But I think I really want to just splash out and make something in some nice yarn. So we'll see what I can do, what I can come up with. I just need to research it a little bit more, and maybe get some small skeins of woolly wool, and maybe do some swatches and put it up against my skin and make sure that I'm going to be okay with it, because I don't know, I do have quite sensitive skin, so we'll have to see what happens. And yeah, I'm excited though. I'd like to try quite a few new things, new techniques. That would be great. You know, I love learning in other subjects. Why not in knitting and crochet? So that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so just a short chat today, and just little bit of musings and what's been going on through my mind the last few sort of days. And so it's really hard because my brain's sort of slow and fast at the same time. It's really weird, and there's so much that I want to do, and then there's like a little voice which I think is sort of anxiety, self-doubty voice going, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. Well, I'm going to ignore that voice. I'm going to try, because I don't know if I can do it unless I try. We don't know, do we? So I'm going to dare a bit more, I think. And I don't know, does anyone have any sort of thoughts on that? Do you tend to stick to the same patterns or things and you make them over and over again, or do you like to pick new ones, or you see a new one on Ravelry or wherever, and you're just like, oh, I have to have that pattern, I have to make that item of clothes? Or is it very much, well, I'm comfortable with this, I know I like this, I know I like these colours, so I'm just going to keep making this? Because it's interesting, everyone's different, and I'd like some opinions on that. I am going to watch the second episode of Game of Wool tonight, hopefully. I couldn't watch it last night, so yeah, hopefully I can watch that tonight and maybe let you know my thoughts on Wednesday. And I will be back on in a couple of days on Wednesday, hopefully, all going well, and hopefully I'll have made some progress on this at the very least. I've just hit myself. At the very least, make some progress on this, and maybe this as well. We will see. The biggest thing is I've got to try not to cast on any more stuff, because that is what I do. So we shall see on Wednesday. I'm also hopefully planning to do Vlogmas this year, but we'll see, because I'm not very good at vlogs. So we'll see what happens. This is not a professional setup, clearly. And yes, there is a Christmas tree in the background. No, I have not decorated for Christmas. We bought a tree the other day and we wanted to see, it's a fibre optic tree. We wanted to see if it worked. It does work, but I haven't moved it yet. It's not out, it's not up, it's not lit up or anything. I've not decorated already. I don't put the Christmas tree up or anything until at least the 1st of December. Usually it's after the kids' birthday, the twins' birthdays, which is on the 3rd of December. But that has been put up there to test it out, and I've just not got round to moving it. So, so no, I'm not decorated. Anyway, see you Wednesday. Bye.